In today's video, we're going to walk you through exactly how to properly set up your ads and ad groups inside Google Ads and duplicate them properly so you save a lot of time when you're setting up your brand new campaign for Google Ads. Because if you're like a service-based business and you are running multiple services and you're planning on making multiple ad groups with separate keywords in each, then you're going to save a lot of time when it comes to duplicating your ads and ad groups because it's going to save you having to manually write all your new ads from scratch each time you go to make a new ad group. And if you have three ads in each of your ad groups, you definitely want to be able to duplicate them properly because it's just going to save you so much time when doing this for your own campaign. Now, we're planning on also making a full setup guide tutorial when it comes to absolutely everything you need to know when running a Google Ads campaign. But when you are making a new Google Ads campaign, and we will make that video shortly, we first just come to new campaign. And for the purposes of this video, we're just going to skip through the first few steps here just to show you what, making your first initial ad look and publishing your campaign looks like so that we can get straight to what we're here for when it comes to duplicating your ads to save time for your campaign. Now, inside the campaign setup process, after adding your first few initial settings like your bidding strategies, your location, your audience segments, and so on, you'll come here to make your first ad group and write your first ad. And this is basically going to be the ad that we duplicate into three ads in your first ad group. And then we're going to be able to duplicate that ad group itself into as many different ad groups as we like. So that way we're not going to have to like keep rewriting our ads. And it's just going to save us so much time. So before you even get to this point, you want to have your keyword research done and your ad groups decided. So you'd usually do that by making separate columns inside a Google Sheet, which I actually have made a separate video on if you'd like to check that out. But let's just say for the purposes of this video, and the same principles will apply depending on your own business. Let's just say for the sake of this video, we were a roofing company and we wanted to run three separate ad groups, one for roof repair, chimney repair, and gutter repair. So we're just going to make our first one first, and we're just going to enter in a few random keywords here, but this isn't proper keyword research or anything like that. And also we would add our keywords as exact match or phrase match at the very least if this was an actual campaign that we were running to generate leads, because running broad match keywords for any lead generation campaign is going to lead to a lot of irrelevant search terms, but that's just a conversation for another day. So we're just going to add in a few just sample keywords here, but just to get to the point of what we're doing here with this ad, we're just going to create our first ad first of all. And this isn't about adding in our ad copy or anything like that. This isn't the fundamentals of like how to write high converting ads or anything like that. This is just simply a video on like how to save you time when it comes to duplicating your ads and ad groups for your own campaign. So we're just going to quickly fill this out, and we'll just fill this out as if we were writing an ad. And this is also an example of a call ad. But what you can also do is do this process for any regular search ads as well. So it's not just for, call only ads that you can do this process. But for the purposes of this video, it just makes sense to do it when we just have, a couple of headlines and descriptions to fill out, just to show how this is actually done for this video. So what we've done here is just filled out our headlines and descriptions as if you were doing this for your first ad, and you would do this for your first ad as if you were making your own campaign from scratch. And once you do that, then you just go to next and then just set your daily budget so that you're ready to actually publish your campaign. And then once you publish your campaign, the first thing you need to do is make sure you just change this to pause straight away, because obviously we've only got one ad so far, and we obviously want to duplicate all our ads and ad groups into however many ads that we want to use before we can actually turn on the campaign. But what we can do then is, because we only have the one ad so far, what I would do actually as well is, if you're running a call only ad, I would make sure you set up the conversion action for this and add it to the ad, because it's just going to save you having to do this manually for each ad you copy and duplicate. Whereas if you're just running a regular search ad, then you don't need to worry about this step, but you're basically ready and good to go to start duplicating your ads. So you're going to come here to your first ad group here. And what you're able to do then, if you want to duplicate your ad, and usually we'd recommend using three ads in each ad group to just give Google as much data to A/B test as possible for you. You can press your ad here and come up here to edit then, and you can go to copy, press edit again, and then paste, and then select the campaign that we've just made and make sure our ad group is selected, and then just press done. And then you can just keep these as is because we have our overall campaign paused anyway, and then just press paste. And basically then we just do the exact same thing again. So just go to edit, copy, edit, paste, select our campaign and our ad group, and then just paste it again. So that now we're going to have 3 ads in our ad group. And basically what we do then once we have this ad pasted as well is that we change around the ad copy for the other two. So we just swap around the headlines and descriptions, which I won't go through in this video. But basically, I have separate videos on the fundamentals of, writing ad copy that gets clicks. But basically that's just how you replicate or duplicate your first ad into 3 ads within the same ad group. And now, obviously, it is a little bit of work changing around your headlines and descriptions for your first ad group. But where the real time saving part comes in is when you want to duplicate this ad group into more ad groups because you don't want to have to rewrite, 3 ads from scratch again. And there's no need to because all the different benefits of what you offer are always going to remain the same. And all that actually needs to be changed in each case is, the core theme of the ad group. So like let's say we have separate ad groups for roof repair, chimney repair, and gutter repair. If we duplicate this ad group into another 2 ad groups, then all we need to do is come along and change around the roof repair for the chimney repair or the gutter repair in each case, and everything else can remain exactly the same. And I'll walk you through that right now and just show you, how simple it is and how much time it's actually going to save you compared to having to rewrite all of these ads again by making new ad groups from scratch. So to do that, then we're going to just come back to the campaign overview up at the top and then just press ad groups. And now we're going to just basically do the exact same process, but for actually duplicating our ad groups themselves rather than the ads. So we just select our ad group, press edit, copy, edit, paste, and then just select our campaign again. And we can just keep this as is because, yeah, as I mentioned, our overall campaign is paused. So we don't need to worry about any of the changes we're making at the moment, as long as our overall campaign is paused up at the top here. Now that's basically the ad group duplicated. And what you can do as well, so you actually differentiate between your ad groups, is just name them as well. So by selecting the pencil icon here, you can just call this one, let's say it's roof repair, for example. And then we can name the other one like whatever the keywords and ad copy is going to look like of that ad group as well. So we'll just call this one chimney repair, for example. And what we can do then is instead of having to write brand new ads for chimney repair, we can just come into the ad group and press ads. And basically, because we're able to have more or less the same ad copy once the overall theme is changed around. So basically, in this case, because we're just changing these ads from roof repair to chimney repair, all we have to do is replace roof with chimney, and we can just basically copy and paste that. So literally just by copying the word chimney itself, and then we could just basically delete wherever it says roof and swap it for chimney. And as you can see here, this is just going to save you so much more time than having to rewrite all these ads yourself. And just like that, we basically have a brand new ad made just without having to, go through the full process of rewriting the whole, headlines and descriptions. And then I'd obviously do the exact same thing for your other 2 ads as well. And now you have a brand new ad group that's dedicated to this specific service without having to write 3 brand new ads like you did for the first one. And you can obviously do this for as many ad groups as you want. And then, the main thing you have to remember to do in each case for each ad group is once you have your ad group selected, is to come down to your search keywords and make sure that you change around your keywords in each case because you obviously don't want to be running the same keywords in each ad group or else that's just not going to perform very well. So you'd obviously change this to keywords that are more relevant to chimney repair, but you would have done your keyword research using the keyword planner beforehand as well. So I hope this video helped when it came to, how to set up your ads and ad groups inside Google Ads just for, maximum efficiency because, there is a lot of work involved in setting up a brand new Google Ads campaign. And, obviously anything that we can do to, make that process quicker, then, you obviously want to take advantage of that as much as possible. So as we went through, you basically just write your very first ad in the initial campaign setup process. And once you have that initial ad written with your keywords of your first ad group and publish your campaign, you just come up to the top and just make sure you pause the campaign at the very beginning. And then you can go into that first ad of that ad group and duplicate that out into two more ads. So that way you have three ads in the initial ad group. And then for the other two ads of that ad group, you change around the headlines and descriptions. And that's basically the bulk of the work done because you have your three ads written now with your headlines and descriptions. And now all you need to do is duplicate that ad group out as many times as you want. And all you're going to need to change around in each of the three ads in each case is the core theme of that ad group. So as we mentioned, if you have multiple services, you literally just be copying and pasting out the core service of that ad group rather than, having to write all the benefits and call to actions again because those are always going to remain the same for what you're offering. So I hope this video helped and will just save you time in the long run when it comes to setting up your own campaigns. And if you do have any questions at all about anything we went through in this video or anything else at all related to Google Ads, feel free to leave a comment down below. And we'll also be posting all things related to Google Ads here daily on the channel. So if you do like this kind of content, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.